Good evening. Good night. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for this night shift. It's not dark this time. Out with Cassie, about to go on the journey down that way. And I thought it'd be a good idea to do Q&A style. What do you guys think? Because there's been enough talked about in the videos lately. Things from George Live 2025 that I haven't gotten to yet. And, talking about Pastor Bob, Gene Ho, George Magazine. And of course, all of you seem to be interested in Elvis Presley for some reason. I don't know why, but oh, that's still zoomed in. That is a very big Cassie face right there. You like that? That's actually, yeah, it's actually not too bad. Okay, so just having fun tonight. Actually, we might have to do the Q&A version more often because I feel like I don't have to worry about bringing a topic to you guys. Although I don't mind doing that, but. So, let's see. Anybody got a question first? I see we have some of you watching. Why don't we talk about Stephen Cropper first? So I think I posted about it, did a little video where I was kind of giving some tidbits, and I still want to do a video for it. It's going to be better with pictures and text and stuff. So that's why I've kind of been holding off on it. But here's the couple teaser tidbits that are kind of funny and interesting at the same time. So Stephen Cropper, I saw him at George Live a few weeks ago and posted a video with him in it too, with Pastor Bob. And so he was there. He was kind of, I don't know, assisting in some way with the signing of the guitars, the Azure guitars. I don't remember how to say the name. But anyway, Stephen Cropper is a guitarist who's played with a lot of well-known bands. And like a lot, either recorded or played with them. I think he actually played with the Blues Brothers for a little while. And there's so many bands, I'm kind of drawing a blank. I'm not going to try to list the bands right now. But besides the fact that this guy is interested in being there for Pastor Bob Joyce and doing whatever with the guitars, besides that, he had the nickname of the Colonel, which, it could just be one of those quinky-dink things, but you've all heard about Colonel Tom Parker, right? Who, as far as I know, was probably not a really great guy, but totally different person. And sun is setting. That's a different story. So that's kind of the short version. But like I said, it gets better if I put it all together for you. Hi, Arky. How are you doing? Sorry for my delay. But yeah, there's been some chat questions in the comments. And I try to answer when I can, but it's not always easy to do. So I thought maybe I could do a little better job like this. Hi, Sheila May. Good to see you all. What else? So there was a question about, in a post, Jean Ho and another lady with something on her bag with a certain letter. And, well, then another picture, I think, also with something on a letter on there. And some of you are really wondering, what's that about? Well, here's the thing. It's kind of hard for me to break it down for reasons that are kind of hard to explain here specifically. But what I will say is, for those who have been really diving deep, shall we say, and I have for a long time, about a certain letter and other things, there's connections. There's sons over there. And I gotta go nearby Cassie. Because I let her go, and oh, okay. There was another dog walking towards us, but not anymore. We're safe. You're safe, Cassie. Or the other dog is safe. Okay, let's try this again. On another topic, just because this is the perfect time to do it right now. There is the sun. Hello, sun. You little local nearby sun. Move the camera over. There's the moon. Now, what's interesting about that? People say that the sun, that right there, is what's lighting that up. Does that really make sense to you? Doesn't it seem like there'd be a bigger chunk lit up? Look again. It's just right there. And do you notice how the sun is lighting up the sky? That orange right above, kind of lighting it up, but then nothing as we move over here, right? So how can that be making that? Sort of defies logic, doesn't it? Yet that's what we've been told. That's what's been drilled into our brains in schools over and over. However, the Bible says that God created the sun as the greater light and the lesser light. Basically, one for the day and the night. It's almost like the moon is a light source, not just reflecting light, excuse me. What do you guys think? I'm not really going too much on this channel into the firmament and earth things, sun and moon things, because, well, I have my reasons. It's just better for us to stick with Bob Joyce, Jean Ho, George Magazine. However, if you follow me on Facebook and some other places, you're going to get all kinds of stuff. Videos, posts, texts, explanations about that subject because, well, one, it's really important to me to understand what's real and what's not, but I think it's important for all of us to know what's real and what's not. And some Christians will try to write it off as, what does it really matter if it's a ball or it's a flat thing. Why does it matter? But it does matter. It matters because God thought it matters to put it right in the beginning of the book of Genesis and to describe the earth in many other verses throughout the Bible. So it's really just a cop-out to say it doesn't matter and, how's that going to change my life? Well, actually, it changed my life a lot to start seeing many things for what they really were. And one of them, as far as the US goes, but I think it affected everybody, was a certain day in September, the number 11, the 9th month. And again, that's a whole other topic. But when you really look into certain things with open eyes, it's like, how did I not see this before? It's so blatant, just right in your face. And so what I love about George Magazine, besides just all the different great things they talk about, is that they kind of touch on a topic, like I'm kind of trying to do now. It's kind of the same mindset I have as far as here on YouTube, where I try to touch on a subject, something that I've thought a lot about, probably spent a lot of time thinking about as well. And then just try to connect the dots from like a 30,000 foot view. Because, on the internet, there's always somebody with the next video or comment they're trying to make to be like, see, I have the answers and I know everything, end of story, I win the argument. But when you look at things from the 30,000 foot view, you really don't have to prove anything to anybody. Either God is showing you something or he's not. But also, when you see things from a larger perspective, I guess you're not worrying about the small stuff as much. So, hi, Sylvia. And yeah, it was a beautiful sunset. Well, it's still going down, but it's on the other side of the wall now. And Cassie seems to enjoy her spot, so I think we're just going to turn around here pretty soon and go back home. And so I'm not getting any questions on this live, so what other topics? But it's kind of along that same thinking that I'm not really going to worry too much about who Gene Ho is, wink, wink, or could be, and who Bob Joyce is, or could be, wink, wink. It's kind of already been done, but it's the same thing. You either think they are or they're not. And I don't think we need to go much further with it. There's already so much out there. So on that note, if any of you have ideas on how we could help Pastor Bob, Household of Faith Church, George Magazine, and I'm talking about video ideas, financial ideas, I am all ears. I am glad to use this channel as a tool for bringing more people together or making us one powerful voice or just assistance of some kind. As you all know, I'm just going with the flow as usual, and which is why I never schedule lives. So sorry about that, but you can always watch it later anyway. But same with the videos, just going with the flow, not getting too wrapped up about anything. I am looking forward to what we see October 10th for Pastor Bob's next big performance in Alabama, but come here, Cassie. But I'm not really going to worry about it. So, it's time for me to get this dog and go back. Come here, Cassie. Come here, little doggy. Big doggy. Backing it up, turning it around. So a little bit ago, we posted a new song preview from Joyce Unedited. And it's a nice CD. I mean, it is kind of like raw, unedited. An album, that's what it is. But there's some really great tracks on there, and we've already shared 2 clips, but we'll definitely share more that you can enjoy and consider buying that album. All you gotta do is go to bobjoyce.org and yeah, that's one way we can help Pastor Bob and their church family. If it's something you want anyway, then click and order. Well, since there aren't any questions, I guess I'll save more teasers and videos for later. But I'm still just trying to get caught up on stuff from the George Live weekend, and I'll just keep chipping away at it. So it's probably more fun that way anyway. Share a little bit at a time. So thank you all, as usual, for watching, supporting, sharing any of the content from the channel here. And if you listen to contemporary Christian music, check out Grace Wave, which is should be streaming right now in 24/7 on my other main YouTube channel called Matt Savina Music. But Grace Wave, the semi-new radio station that we have. And then, of course, usually live on this channel is the Bob Joyce, Elvis Presley music. So, okay, thank you all for watching. Gonna wrap it up here and take this doggy home. So have a good night or day. Take care. God bless.